How are we there, guys? And welcome to another episode of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. I'm your host, Josh, joined once again, as always, by Ben. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's been a decent week in football this week. Both my sides won, so I'll take that.
It's been a very good week. Obviously, as most of you know, we're down here in Melbourne and finally got to go and watch the boys play. It was fantastic. What a win. We'll touch on that obviously in the show as we go on, but let's get our special guest on for the week. We thank the Newcastle Jets for giving us one of the players, obviously, and giving himself up for a little bit of his time today. Lachlan Jackson, how are you, mate?
Good, thanks, fellas. Thanks for having me.
No, mate.
Pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure's all ours, mate. You've how's things been, mate? Obviously, how's the season been? How have you been? Obviously, in the season, obviously you haven't featured as of yet. Thought we might have seen you last week. I think you're on the bench there. So, how's things been, mate?
Yeah, good. I played the first game and came on the bench against Wanderers, and after that,
that's right,
a few injuries. But yeah, I've been progressing well. Had obviously my ACL surgery back in February of 2020, so it's been a full 12 months with that, and a lot of, I guess, hiccups along the way with injuries related to that, and now I'm just starting to feel pretty good again. So hopefully I can get back in the squad now and get some minutes, because the boys they're obviously flying now, especially after that win in Melbourne, as you saw.
Absolutely, mate.
As you witnessed firsthand.
Yeah. It was good, mate. All what, 25, you reckon, Ben? 25, 30 of us?
No, there was more than that. There was a good 30, 40, I think, spread out across the bay.
Mate, there had to be at least 40 odd. Bloody friggin' Miller and bloody Yule took up about 40, 50 tickets.
Yes, they did.
There had to be plenty. They're obviously sitting on halfway or something somewhere.
Ensemble.
Yeah. Obviously, was it Johnny come over there at the end? Obviously, he had a bit of family there, so it's good to see. Obviously, you probably hadn't seen a lot of them for a long time. Obviously, like I'm sure a lot of yous haven't. What about yourself, mate? Obviously, the pandemic and everything like that. Have you had a chance to see your family?
Yeah. My sister's in the thick of it over in London, actually. She's been there for the whole of lockdown, so it's been tough for her.
It's rough.
But my family's in Queensland, so in the short spout we had where COVID wasn't affecting us, they drove down and I saw them then. So, and obviously last week against Brisbane.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. Well, obviously, any guys in the chat, obviously, if you have anything you want to quickly ask him, we've got him on for about 20 odd minutes. Obviously, a few things. Obviously, I want to get out there. Deansy finally been appointed head coach.
Finally,
it was breaking news. It was, in my opinion, I think it was just, it got dragged on for a little bit longer than I thought it should have been. I think Deansy was always the right man for the job. He's proven himself, obviously, year after year. He's jumped in the hot seat a few different times and stuff like that. He's done well with the women, as good as can be, I suppose, with the amount of time, 4 months to work with a team. It's not really a great deal of time to work with a squad, and then obviously they bugger off and go elsewhere and get coached by someone else, then you got to bring them back. So, but your thoughts on Deansy, mate? Obviously, the appointment, has things changed since he's been appointed, or is he still just the same?
Yeah, not really. We had a run with him back in before Carl and Kenny came in, and I think as he was caretaker, he did very well then. Obviously, he's a likeable guy. The boys, really respond to what he has to say, and I think you see with this year as well. We've got a lot of trust in him, and he trusts us to do the job. So, I think he's perfect for it at the moment, and the boys are riding that wave. Riding it well too.
Absolutely. Obviously, Miller's back as well. Good to see. How different is he? Is he come? Do you see any difference in him? Has he learnt a lot? You reckon over there? And he looked sharp yesterday.
He came back pretty pasty, that's for sure.
On the rations over in the UK.
Very white.
Too much. It's all that snow. It's gotten into his skin.
No, he's come back in and slotted perfectly, like he never left pretty much.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got a lot of new faces around this year, which is good to see. The squad's, at a size, and it feels like training has just gone to another level with that. We've got a lot of competition for places now, and training's not just, I guess, the starting squad and a few players. We've got easily two 11s out there, and we're really pushing each other throughout the week, and I think it's showing on the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
As I said, we pretty much dominated that whole 90 minutes. I thought there was obviously little glimpses they had, but yeah, pretty much the whole 90 minutes was pretty much ours, which was good.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
So obviously the two boys, mate, they've coming, and have they trained yet? I don't think they've actually probably had a good training session yet, have they?
They've been trained.
Abby and Leary.
Yeah.
Lyridon. They've had one session before they left for Melbourne.
Yeah.
And I think Abby trained maybe the day before that as well.
Yep.
But obviously it's a bit, I'd say, too early to tell. But they've slotted in, and they're, likeable guys from the bat. So that's going to help for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Lyridon? Is it? He's a beast.
Lyridon.
He's
He's a unit.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be tackling him midair. Holy cow!
From all reports from players that have played with him, they said he's a beast. So,
well, that's it. Obviously, we can't forget we had your mate on, Ben. What was his name again?
My mate.
Yeah.
You have to be a little bit more specific than that.
No, Western United. Come on.
Go on.
Spill it out.
Oh, Ivan.
No, spill it out. No.
Oh,
you sign him.
The name that you made me learn for like a whole week straight to get right, and he gave me a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Apostolos Stamatolopoulos.
There it is.
That one.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
AP.
See?
AP, see, yeah. How's he going as well, mate? Obviously, you said he had a little bit of a back injury and stuff like that. Hopefully back this week.
Yeah, we actually had a training session today, and he looked pretty much 100%.
Oh,
he's another character that's, he goes 100 miles an hour, which I think we need.
Yeah.
From someone like that, especially up top. So he's going to, supply a lot of pressure to any back four that he comes up against, or back five.
That's exactly it. Obviously, I think we're looking really good now in depth. Obviously, realistically, the only real one we're missing out on is obviously Beaker, Kenarowski, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he can make his way on the pitch.
You said BK then.
Oh, I know. Well, it's the same bloody thing, It's the same thing.
Don't get me wrong.
Why not?
I'm a bit of BK.
Why not? Get him back. No offense to Italiano or anything like that. I'd love to see a club legend back.
We need a replacement for Noah James.
Noah James. he's not going anywhere, mate. He's on loan. He's coming back.
I know.
He's not getting much stick up. He's not getting much go over there. Actually, probably wanted to come home sooner.
Matty Taylor.
Matty Taylor.
VAR equals victory assistant referee.
Not last night, it wasn't
like that.
No, not yesterday it wasn't. Actually, I didn't think Kurt Ames refed a bad game.
No, he played. No, it was.
To be brutally honest,
You didn't think it was a pen on Luca?
Look,
Silence.
No. Watching it in real time and then watching it in 10 different angles on the way home on the replay is very different.
First thought live when again we were down the other end.
We're down the other end and it happened so quick.
Yeah, it didn't look like it, but again, as I said, the more angles you get of it, the worse it looks. Same as obviously
we're those sort of blokes that'll go watch the physical game, and as we're in the car on the way home, we'll watch the game back, like on the Fox Sports replay.
The mini match.
No,
match. We watch the full match.
Oh, match. Look at that.
Full match.
We watch the full match.
Yeah,
just in case we've missed something.
That's
that we want to hear what the commentators are on about.
The
best way to work it out is obviously you get the Jets fan page and stuff like that on every week where they pick man of the match, and our man of the match is almost different to theirs every week.
Yeah.
Right.
No offense to Yule or anything like that. He scores a goal or whatever it is, fantastic. But that's player of the match. I'm like, what about everyone else?
Dinner's arrived.
What do you got there?
That's dinner, mate. That is
Decent.
chicken schnitzels with corn pieces in them.
Two
we
veg?
have mac and cheese and vegetables.
Mate, we're laid back here,
Beautiful.
mate. It's not like
We are
freaking
laid
NBN.
back. There's a running joke in the chat for the podcast, mate. They always try and guess what I'm having for dinner because it always arrives while we're live.
It's
Service.
It's laid back here, mate. Don't stress. It's no friggin' NBN, friggin' hard question shit here, mate.
We're not journos and we're not trying to be.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Obviously, I've got to talk, mate. The first, 2 goals you've scored, 2 crackers. I'll give it that. Even though the first one, unfortunately, was against us. Yeah, yours. Unfortunately, the first one was against us, mate. How was it? First goal in the A League. How did it feel?
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing up there, to be honest. It was the corner, and I just sort of stayed up there, and I think it ricocheted and just fell to me, and I stuck a boot at it, peg leg straight in. So, yeah, it was obviously a great moment for me. I think it was my 3rd appearance for the Raw.
Yep.
After maybe 4 years training with the first team and being a youth team player, and to finally get that chance to, I guess, play for the first team in a real game, and then to score, a couple of games later was, awesome. And I guess from that, I made the move down to Newcastle, and yeah, ever since 6 years now, I think I've been here.
Yep.
Loved every minute.
Absolutely.
We've enjoyed having you every minute.
I was gonna say, friggin' it's been I've
Except maybe that time against Ninkovic, but we won't get into that.
Oh. Someone said I looked like those car sails, the things that are blown up. That fly in the wind. That was me.
God, how easy to play against though? Like seriously, just watching him is just like wow.
Yeah, he's certainly one of the. You can have a rest wherever he is on the park. So
yeah.
I think when he has his moments and he decides to turn it on, you got to be switched on to it because.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a few players like that throughout the years. I think I was lucky enough to be involved with Brisbane at the time. Thomas Broich was there, and he was another one like that. Just some of the freakish things they can do.
Another one that springs to mind would have been a very early Diego Castro.
Oh yeah, he's done me a few times as well.
It's like watching Diamante at the moment. He just amazes me every time.
He's another one.
Yeah.
Every time he gets the ball, he's in acres of space. It's just like, what the hell's where is everybody? Why is there no one on him? And it's just like
you cannot give him that space.
You look up, and the defender's like, oh shit, he's moved. Like
he didn't in the game on the weekend. He didn't even have to look where he was putting that pass. He just turned and hit it.
Yeah. It just expects them to be there, and if they're not, they get a spray. It's not him who gets the spray for a bad ball; it's him who gets the spray for not being there. Obviously, we can't go past the second and one of the 2 goals. The second one you got, mate, probably wasn't it's probably not remembered as much as obviously the first one, considering there were so many other scorers in the game.
Yeah.
But the result,
just a few.
But the result, the atmosphere, we were there.
You would have hate to have missed it.
Absolutely. One of the best games I've watched, especially against
one of the best games I've travelled for. I'll give it that.
Top 3?
Top 3? Oh, top 3. Yeah. You
by
can't,
far.
I was going to say probably the first 2008 grand finals, number 1.
Laurie coming to sink beers in the away bay in the second half.
Yeah,
that's all time.
No. Classics. Yeah, no, you can't go past the 2008 grand final. And there's probably I'd probably put a couple of the games up before the second grand final we're in.
For me, pure atmosphere. Second place would have been that 3-2 win against Melbourne City down here.
Yeah,
that first game I went and saw.
Yeah,
2-0 down at half time.
With the Iceman, Trifunovic.
Yeah, Trifunovic from the start.
Yeah.
And the third one, based purely on atmosphere, would be the 2018 grand final.
Yeah,
it was good.
Well, how are the stickmen? I heard that was a highlight at the start of the show.
Yeah,
I nearly didn't make it.
Yeah, travel from Melbourne and Anyway, another story.
I sat on a flight to Sydney with I shit you not, an entire plane bar myself and Lubo, full of full of Victory supporters.
That's right, Lubo.
Yeah, Lubo was on the same flight by some miracle of a chance.
Mate,
He was about 3 rows in front of me.
that's funny as. Good old Lubo. But,
And of course, I'm travelling up.
Huh?
I don't need to have that on.
I don't need to have that on. Righto.
I have to say my favourite game to be a part of was that. I think it was the rough round against Sydney where we won 2-1 with a man down.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That was something special.
That was something special. Well, that was literally going to be my next question. Is obviously
Rough round
some
in
of
general.
your highlights, obviously, some of your best moments, and obviously what you've thought were good matches and that. It's hard to, I don't know. Again, I can sit here as a Jets fan and say it only because I've been there since day one. I've sat in the bays. I've sat in the squadron, what it was originally, and done the away days and shit. But the atmosphere has just unfortunately gone downhill, in my opinion, which is a shame.
It's, even from when I started, it's gone down.
Yeah, it's just not what it was, unfortunately, and that's the biggest thing I want back, is obviously the fan interaction with the players. Like, not you guys. You guys have done nothing wrong. You guys are great. You come over and, whatever. It's just the fans just, get to the games. Support the boys. Seriously. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult. If Melbourne Victory are getting 20,000+ members a year, surely we should be over at least 10 a year. You know what I mean? It's just,
they got 5,100 yesterday, and we had the other 66.
it was a disgrace. COVID aside.
COVID aside.
COVID aside, they could have fit at least another 10,000 in the
Oh,
seats.
and the other 7,500 people that were across the road watching the Australian Open Grand Final.
The final, yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to say something to you just then. Just a couple of questions before we'll let you go and so forth, mate. Biggest character in the change rooms.
In the change rooms?
Yeah. Who's the bloke who? Yeah.
There's a few.
Stirs things up.
Stirs things up?
Yeah. Who's the pot stirrer?
There's a few that are just regularly in the limelight for whatever reason.
Good or bad?
I have to say, I'll give it to the roomie. Hoffy's always involved.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
The Gundy likes it.
Yeah.
He's up there, and I'm trying to think. Even Gussie coming through, he's got a lot of bang for his buck. The Pumba. So I don't know who I'll give it to.
Oh wow, good old Gussie. Big ups to Gus. Obviously 50 appearances yesterday, and salutes it with the goal. Friggin' happy days. He was quite chuffed when he got up off the ground.
And Canner. I'll give it to Canner. He's in there too. I won't leave him out.
He's just opened the door, come out and looked at you and gone, what?
Staring.
So Josh.
Yeah.
Vimesy currently has a Vimesy show on, and he's showing the picture that I posted in Discord of me and you holding beers up at the game.
Good on him. Absolutely. Why not? Obviously, so that's the, who's the one person you don't want to get roomed with on away days?
Canner.
Because he's stuck with him in over.
Reasons?
There's a door, a closet, and something else in between us, and I can still hear him snoring.
Oh, right.
Being right next to him, I don't think I could do it. And he eats about a bucket of garlic a day. Macedonian.
Oh.
They love their garlic.
Yeah.
He just reeks of garlic.
Poor bastard. So safe to say, Kenner, he hasn't missed you at train. Sees enough of you at home and doesn't want to room you in the away days.
The vampires aren't coming back to training.
And obviously the other two, mate, before we let you go, is obviously the best player you've played with and the best player you've played against.
I was straight off the bat. Thomas Royce is hard to beat for me.
Yep.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think it was 4 years. It was actually my first week at training. It was a conditioning session playing small side on his team, fortunately or unfortunately, and I was having a bit of a nightmare. I think I was 16 at the time, and missed one too many passes, and he just stood in the middle of the field and yelled at our strength and conditioning coach, "Kenny, what the fuck are these players? Where do you get them from?" And he demanded me to be subbed off. So I got dragged, and from there I learnt pretty quickly the sort of standard that was required.
Wow.
So yeah, I'd pick him. Nice guy though. Nice guy.
Nice guy. Where the passes are good.
He really wasn't a coach, but he's a nice bloke.
What a nice bloke. Got me dragged, but he's still a top lad. But that's good. Nah, too easy, man. As I said, we're not going to keep you here for much longer, mate. As I said, unfortunately, you haven't had the minutes. Obviously, you've come back from injuries and stuff like that. Hopefully, we can see you back on the pitch soon. Good luck. Yes. It's going to be. Yeah. It's getting tight there for numbers and shit now, mate. So, good luck with it, mate. Obviously, we love everything you're doing for the club. Obviously, you put in a top shift pretty much every week. Everyone has their off games and stuff like that, mate. But honestly, you do a top job 99% of the time. So, hopefully see you on the pitch soon, mate. Take it easy, and we'll speak to you soon, hopefully, mate. Anyway.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Take it easy, mate.
Pleasure, mate. Take it easy.
Cheers.
Enjoy dinner.
Yeah, I will.
Tell Canada to pass the garlic. See you, mate. Too easy. There we go, guys. As we said, guys, we're not going to try and friggin' butcher these boys on here for longer than they have to. Again, unfortunately for him, there's not much overly to talk about. He's come back from injuries and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll see him on the pitch soon.
And he's got dinner on the plate.
He's got dinner on the plate as well. And as I said,
dinner on the plate.
We just want to get a few questions into them. We are going to start really knuckling down, obviously, once we get these guys on. We're hoping, obviously, that when we speak to Nate, obviously the media manager now there at the Jets, to try and get as much time and as much notice as we possibly can, which means we can pop it out to you guys, and then hopefully we can get the questions in. Because honestly, I'd love the questions in my lap beforehand. Obviously, the one or two floating's fantastic.
It's less pressure on us.
Oh, it's not less pressure. It's just less. I don't have to sort of concentrate on the list too much, and then obviously trying to concentrate on the other questions I've got and stuff like that. But I do apologise. Welcome to everybody who is here in the chat. Welcome. It is muchly appreciated. We do thank you for joining us. Big thanks to Gabriel Mark Optometrist, our major sponsor there at Jasmine. Be sure to pop down and see everyone down there.
You going to put the card up?
I was just about to. Because I was going to say, as we pop this up right now, big shout out to Lockie Ma. Happy birthday, champion.
Yes.
Big ups. He made
you're his favourite stretcher bearer.
Absolutely. He made 32 years. Who would have thought? He got there in the end, but it is what it is. So but as I said, guys, be sure, pop down, see the boys and the girls, everyone down there. It is muchly appreciated. Noopy, welcome. But anyway, I'm going to quickly have a go through here. Sir James, welcome. Elliot, welcome. Matty Taylor, Noopy, as I just mentioned before. Luke's in here as well. Apologies if I've missed whoever
Noopy
is in here. It is muchly appreciated. So we will start the chat now, guys. If you want to repost whatever you said, I do apologise. But what a win. What a victory. Last night, as we said, we were there. Away days are friggin' awesome, especially when you beat friggin' Melbourne Victory in Melbourne. It's a great night. Happy birthday to you, Lockie.
Did you hear?
What?
Did you hear about the famous Melbourne Victory that went to Rome to see the Pope? I want to know. I want to watch the game back and see if I can hear it.
I vaguely,
We were screaming it.
The 90th minute one, if I can get myself into a room that's really, really quiet and I can drown my ears out of the commentary, because trying to shut Archie Thompson up is freaking ridiculous. You may hear the 90-minute one, but I doubt you'll hear anything else. It's pretty loud. Everything else that was going on.
Hey, it was echoing in the stadium, and it was only two of us singing it.
Yeah, we could hear it, but as I said, the cameras, the microphones and shit weren't picking it up. It was bullshit. I guarantee everyone in the stadium did. Guarantee everyone in the stadium.
Oh, I know everyone in the stadium heard us.
I wonder where Tara Rushton is, as she has been missing. Yeah, baby. What do we got here? A-League doubleheader at McDonald Jones Stadium. Newcastle 4 p.m. Wellington Phoenix vs Brisbane. 6:30 p.m. Newcastle Jets vs Adelaide United. Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's good and it's good and it's not. It's good. Gives you a bit of exposure. Hopefully everyone will be able to get there, like Wellington fans and stuff like that who are supporting them this year from Wollongong. Will be able to get down there and watch it.
You know what it is? That's a game that needs to be played in the state, and I bet you Campbelltown Stadium's busy that weekend.
My biggest problem with that, my only problem with it, is the fact that you were playing a double header on the same ground,
pitch.
a couple of hours after one another, right? And you put that on a Sunday.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous. Surely that is not. If that's not Saturday prime time, I don't know what the hell is.
Correct, Elliot. Newry fans will go to that game, buy a ticket for it, just so they can boo Joey Champness and not feel guilty.
Absolutely, because they can't. Yeah, they don't get an option because they can't do it for you.
Yeah, I would scream at you if you didn't.
Absolutely.
Exercise your right.
Gotta love when the youngster gets subs on up front and has a one-on-one laugh out loud. Good one's gonna be good to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah, no, he did. He did look good. He did look good. He's lightning quick.
All our subs were good.
So quick.
All the subs were good yesterday.
But yeah, 16 years of age, friggin', big rap to him. You can't beat that. That's happy days.
No, he was good.
Speaking of obviously 16-year-olds, obviously in the background, obviously just before, friggin' Ben Kanarowski hasn't been one since. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Not at that age. Not 16. I think we've had some.
Elliot
17.
comes in with an interesting one. Having watched Abbas all pre-season, he seemed far off the pace. I like him as a player, but what are the odds of keeping his bench spot with the new signings?
He'll find it difficult. He'll find it difficult because I feel we bought and signed Abbas on a. He's A-League experienced. He's a campaigner, and he takes no shit. You can't knock that away from him. Like, mate, you hit him. You want to make it damn well sure it's a freaking good one, because if he gets back up, you're in big trouble. Because he will hit you. There's no question about that. He's that type of bloke where, he's not shy. He will go in. He will dominate. At the same point,
even if he's not up to A-League standard, it's for him to get back to A-League standard will take him twice as long as anybody else because of his age.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think he's safe for probably another two or 3 weeks, maybe. I couldn't. Again, I can't really say that because I don't know how fit these two boys are. I don't know when their last game was.
You don't know what Deansy's going to do position-wise either.
Yeah,
and where he needs that cover. I wonder where the Jets will wear their gold jersey. They did last night in the away bay. It was me.
Haven't they worn the gold one, but?
I don't think so.
I swore they've played it in it once.
Correct
me if I'm wrong. But they've played in it this season.
They played in the white.
Sure they did. But
I'm not complaining.
Definitely played in the white. I like the white. Freaking white's fantastic. It looked even better in person. Just looking at it in person, it's fantastic. Daughter's gone.
I made that same comment last night, Elliot. How much better on kits? Yeah. How much better is the blue goalkeeper kit?
It's
a hell of a lot better than the bright green one.
Yeah, it is.
The bright green one is terrible.
Absolutely.
That's why Duncan has trouble playing in it, because he just blends in with the grass.
Blue and green sucks.
Blue and green, it's purple and green should never be seen. Is it blue and green should never be seen, or purple and green should never be seen?
I have no idea, but it is blue and green.
The Beatles are releasing a new version of their '60s hit, "All You'll Need Is Love." All you'll need is love.
What?
All you'll
Yule.
as in Valentino Yule,
Okay.
need his love.
Got you. They haven't worn the gold jersey this season so far. There you go.
There you go.
I thought they did. But anyway, whatever. Hope the Mexican Wellington Phoenix fans turn up. Absolutely. Hope they do too.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting plenty of numbers down there. It's good. Maybe they just move there permanently.
No, generally, if the Knicks are playing somebody, I'm generally backing the Knicks.
I said that yesterday, Matty. The yellow jersey.
Yellow jersey from CrossFit are off. That grey purple looks fucking terrible.
I like it.
It's terrible.
I like it. I don't mind it. It's better than the yellow one. The other one's trash.
It reminds me of that grey purple colour we had on the Raf Round kit.
Yeah, it's the same colour.
Except theirs had more purple in it. More like lilac purple. What?
Wollongong deserve an A-League team. Absolutely.
Yes, great.
All
Agreed.
for it. All for it. Absolutely. Friggin'
I reckon Perth need another. Or Western Australia needs another. And so does South Australia.
Yeah.
Queensland had their chance and they shot themselves in the foot twice.
Yeah. I don't know. It's yeah. I don't. Brisbane personally don't need one. If they were going to put one in somewhere there, I wouldn't mind it coming down as far as say like your Coffs Harbour or something like that. I know Coffs Harbour don't have a stadium big enough or decent enough to do it. They would have to build that, but I think that's a big enough gap in between, like said your Newcastle and your Brisbane and stuff like that. It'd be a good sort of fit. But look, it won't happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I feel that would be a good location for one. Adelaide, I think, is too small. I don't think they could do it. Not before other sides get it.
Perth, not so much. I keep saying Perth, but I don't mean Perth. I mean Western Australia.
Western Australia could do with another one. That'd be pretty good.
And they could do it for the simple fact that
the whole coast,
the expat population.
Yeah, just take the whole coast. They could go anywhere. Shit.
Fremantle would be a good pick.
You could have two in friggin', Fremantle CBD hub, like Optus Stadium's there, and friggin'.
But yes, that is top priority, Matty.
What's that?
Canberra first.
Yeah, well, it needs to be. It's friggin' the smartest.
They're 3/4 of the way there.
They've got everything but the.
We've mentioned it before. They're 3/4 of the way there.
Yeah.
What have we got? I've got one here.
On Friday night.
I feel like Gus is poised nicely to fill the gap being left by Steven Ugarkovic. I disagree.
Yeah, who said that?
Elliot. I disagree on the grounds, not a bad disagree, but I disagree on the grounds that Gus gets forward too much.
Ben's nearly got every RAF kit there, Elliot.
I think I do have every RAF kit.
He said he likes a good RAF kit.
I think I've got all the RAF kits.
Mm-hmm. Canberra deserve an early team, absolutely. Tassie, no, won't happen.
Nah.
I think you'll see a lot more of the Melbourne sides playing games in Tasmania. I think Western United have already talked about taking one of their games over there.
They have. I
think City would benefit from taking one of their games over there. They're a big club. Even Melbourne would one of these, any of the three Melbourne sides would benefit.
It's convenient.
I can't imagine too many Tassie people who have lived there their whole lives supporting any other real side.
Even like a good game for down there would be a Western versus Wellington.
Yeah, as I said, I think anyone really who's played Adelaide would be a good one down there. Could you imagine
Canberra and Wollongong are the next expansion teams?
Well, they're not. Then they're definitely not.
They're not locked in.
They are the two that should...
strongest candidates.
See, my biggest thing is only one will get it. Only one will get it. In my opinion, I'm not saying that that's it. One will get it, and that'll be done with it. But they won't come. Good on you, Noopy. They won't get both of them at the same time. You won't see Canberra and you won't see Wollongong entering it at the same year or 1 year difference like they did with this shit.
Yeah.
It'll be one.
Elliot.
How about Darwin? Not got the fans, I suppose. It's too hot. The friggin' temperature and the climate up there. They tried that shit, and
They do that shit. Oh, well, when they got to travel for
far north of Queensland Fury, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's too hot.
Fury was
It's too hot.
It's just too humid.
It's too hot. The freaking ground's terrible. Like it'd take a lot of work to keep that ground in good nick. Like what North Queensland in the NRL do to keep that ground in top nick is pretty spectacular. Like they
They water it 10 times as much as well.
Oh, they cover the shit. They freaking pull tents, and it's like the Etihad Stadium or whatever it is, full of tarpons, like tarps. Like they go to heat shit and put the heat lamps and shit underneath it and cover it. And it's crazy. But again, it's whatever they got the money to do it up there. They're very football orientated. It's very Aboriginal based. No disrespect to the Aboriginals and stuff like that, but I feel they're more AFL, NRL than they would be soccer, football.
Oh, of course.
So I think that's another factor of why they probably haven't done it. How about what do we got? Cameron gone. But yeah, who else is in the chat? Who's here? Who's around? We can't. It doesn't even tell me who's even freaking watched.
Not here.
What?
I said, put your hand up if you're not here.
Yeah. Well, I can't see. This is the worst thing. It doesn't tell me like who's in here. Even the eyeball now, where it used to say there's X amount of people watching.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a count anymore.
Can't even see who.
They are working on fixing it.
Yeah. 6 people. You can see it, Luke. That's it. There you go. I can't see it. There you go. Good on you, Luke. What else we got, guys?
If you're logged into Restream on Chrome, it'll tell you that.
No, yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, what else are we talking about, boys? Girls, whoever's here. What are we talking about? What else do we want to have a quick chat about? Obviously, the 2 signings will be starting up soon. 2 new signings, obviously.
The unit.
Tronic, I'm here for a bit. I just got here, though. How are you, mate? How is ya?
Hi, Tech.
How the hell are ya? Aiden.
How the bloody hell are ya?
Good old Aiden on the tech. Yeah.
He's on the twatch.
On the twatch, mate. Thank you. Be sure, Lukey, put them in there, mate. Because you're a legend. You're a dead set legend, as Ben would say. Freaking, can you whack the socials?
You dead set? No, it's meant to be.
Mine.
You dead set fucking legend.
That's the one. Yeah, so again, guys, if you haven't, I'm sure all 6 people that are here have done so, but if you haven't, be sure, go subscribe to the YouTube side. Go give us a follow on the Facebook page. 170-something followers. No, yeah, something like that. Followers. Actually, no, it's more higher than that. Hang on. Just because I don't want to get that wrong. No, it's over 200.
201?
No, it's like around 270 or something.
I was there before. I'm on the YouTube side at the moment.
No, not the YouTube side, the Facebook side.
205.
Oh, another one.
You're 205 on YouTube.
Oh, beautiful. What do we got?
Because I had to do the tags and stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, we are at 275 people following. So thank you to all 275 people who are following us on the Facebook page. If you haven't, as said, jump over. Do it yesterday. Man of the match yesterday. Oh, what do we got? Matty Taylor. When Bozza commentates on Fox Sports, he always starts.
You know why, Matty Taylor? Because that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. That's because
he is.
That's what he's doing.
Because that's exactly what he's doing. He's reading a script.
He walks down the aisle.
Or he's reading off his notepad. Yeah. And that will be the first page in his notepad.
Or a telecommy thingy.
He's reading.
Yeah. Or a telecommy thingy, Bobby. The big screen thing that pops up right in their face behind. So you think he's looking at you, but he's not. He's looking past you guys at his little screen that he's got up there with all the freaking words on.
He's not looking past. He is actually technically looking directly at the lens.
Yeah.
Because it scrolls over the lens. It's a prompter.
Cheers, Matty. Man of the match for yesterday. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Not giving one because I haven't seen the full finished replay of the game yet. Because standing there watching it, I can't tell you.
Yeah, I've watched it back.
I can't tell you.
It's
I'm too into what's going on
Yeah.
to be able to
Football team
think.
needs to be
To be able to
replaced.
think in that much depth.
Yeah, the whole. I agree with you, mate. The whole Fox Sports team needs to be replaced. It's fucking shambles. But man,
Good to see Michael Sapone get back on the microphone though over the weekend.
I don't know. Man of the match.
There is hope for Simon Hill yet.
Oh, I just love looking into my eyes, don't you, Aiden? Just talk me up. Love it. Love hearing it. Freaking man of the match. Man of the match. Man of the match. It's hard. There was a lot of good movement in with players. Again, Stevie UG freaking had a blinder. Done nothing wrong in my opinion. Looked solid all night. Yule played like shit. Other than his friggin' flick.
Before you give your man of the match, you need to first tell us who the supporter groups are going to give their man of the match to.
Yeah.
That's the important one.
That's the one.
I'm going with Gussie because it's his 50th game.
Yeah, and he scored.
No, the goal was a byproduct.
Yeah. Connor O'Toole for Matty Taylor. Connor O'Toole looked good. He looked good. He didn't miss too much last night.
He played well, aside from every time he needed to put a cross in.
Man of the match for victory. 3, Steve.
But he was putting in crosses on
Here we go, Jeff. Welcome, Jeff. I know you've been
Welcome,
working.
Jeff.
3, Steve. Johnny and Duncan 1.
Johnny Kay played well.
Nah. You watch it back, and he left. He let his man go a lot.
Again, these are the things that we miss by watching.
Prime example was when you remember that friggin' when we were watching it live, and and Boogs friggin' stuck his foot out.
Yeah.
And copped that yellow card. That's because Johnny friggin' let his man go flying past him. Even he was like, "Holy shit!" And he done that a lot. He did that a lot. So for me, he wouldn't be in my top 3. Duncan would possibly take the 1 point. He looked good again. He didn't have to do a great deal, but what he did save some important saves. Storm Rouge supporters be Duncan at 89. Have they gone Duncan at 89%?
Yeah.
Is that where they're at? Is that or just what you think, Jeff? Gus or Duncan? Yeah, as I said, Duncan looked all right.
Prazo was good off the bench.
Yeah, he looked solid as well.
Prazo was solid off the bench.
As I said, Duncan looked good, but unfortunately...
Again, that's what we expected.
Unfortunately, well, yeah, that. But unfortunately...
And he didn't have to do a lot.
Unfortunately, his defence was solid, so he didn't have to do much. So... You can thank his lucky stars for that.
Victory weren't too crash hot up front either in the final third either.
If he doesn't get man of the match, he knows why. Because he didn't have to do anything because his defence showed up. So that's a bonus, in my opinion.
I think Johnny's known that for a long time, Elliot.
Johnny Kay has looked like he's put on some muscle.
He has.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, we were 1.5 metres.
Metres away from him. He was one of the only ones that stayed back to have a chat.
Yeah,
the others wouldn't even get within 10 feet.
And Boogs did say that. And you could see Boogs yelling at him. He goes, "Oh, don't go."
Yeah, Boogs was yelling at him, going, "No, don't get too close."
Watched it again.
And he probably would have got yelled at when he got back to the sheds.
He did 2 weeks ago. Johnny Kay has looked like Paso was good. Yes. Yeah, Gus. I think Gus will get the fan. That's my tip for the fans. 1, Gus.
Because he scored and it's his 50th.
He scored and it's his 50th, and he looked okay. He looked okay. Mackie and Costa are not that.
We were
good.
talking about that.
Yeah. I would make it right here, right now. I would make an admission that it would be very unlikely or very hard, unless there's injuries, to see those boys back.
They've had their chance.
I think they've had their chance, and I think with 2 new blokes coming in, I think that was the key to me. That Deansy's gone. We need cover, or we need front men, and they can cover. And your Costas and stuff like that can cover. But do we have better replacements for them? Well, we do now. We do now. Apostolopoulos. Well,
Stamatolopoulos, not Apostolos. Not Apostolos is his first name. I know which one you're thinking of. You're thinking of the other one.
What other one? Yeah, the bloke who doesn't play for the bloke who doesn't play for us.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah, the Adelaide bloke. Freaking long term. But do we have better replacements for them long term?
Not long term.
Well, no, not long term. But even they're not long term either. I think their contracts run out at the end of this year. I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting to it, Tech. I'm getting to it. I saw it the first time. I was going to bring it up. Didn't look like he skipped a beat.
And that's... Well,
I'm always on.
You bring it up. You bring it up. For me, I think Miller was man of the match. I think everything was played through him. You could tell how much he was missed. Well, put it this way. It was either how much he was missed, how much he's improved, or how much of a leadership role he's brought back. Because every single ball pretty well went through him. Whoever was on the other side of the pitch, that's for the whole match, not just, I'm not saying it because I don't know who was there. Like the whole match had it easy. Because everything went down the other side. Everything went down Miller. And he looked good. He came inside. He friggin' beat players at the end.
Tried to put one back stick.
Yeah, he tried to put one back stick. Yeah.
For Yule's head, and Yule had no idea it was coming.
Yeah.
Was feet away.
Even did O'Donovan. That one he put through for O'Donovan, just stood and watched it go past him. But anyway.
Yeah.
He's old and he's going to retire soon. What was I going to say? But yeah, for me, Miller. For me, Miller is my man of the match. And again, I can sit here and you can play the whole bandwagon that, he's his first game back, la la la. But he showed right there how much he was missed. Now, I'm not saying that he was missed, and because if he was there, he would have, some of the games we would have won because of it or whatever it is. I'm just saying he was missed. You could tell why he went to England, and no one else did.
Mm-hmm.
And no one else was picked up or whatever it is, or was asked to go on a loan deal or anything like that. You could definitely tell why. What have we got? What did you guys think of Miller? Yeah, he looked off pace to me. Really? But much better than I expected him to be, given his downtime dealing with the spicy cough. You reckon he was? You reckon he was off pace? Jesus Christ! I reckon he looked 10 times. I reckon he looked better than when he left.
It wasn't playing out of position, dude.
I was about to say, yeah, and he was playing a lot more in the midfield too. Yeah. Wow, Miller. You need to see Lockie Mar, perhaps. What? Miller was okay. You wouldn't say man of the match.
Apparently, they must be seeing something on the telecast that we didn't see live.
Wow. Why wouldn't you just tip him? What did he do wrong? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
They must be seeing something on the telecast.
Yeah, what did you see? Jets got robbed of 2 penalties yesterday. 2? Wasn't it 1? Like
no,
the one. What handball?
The handball. It was a handball shout.
Well, in that case, Melbourne Victory missed one because Boogs freaking handballed the ball in the box as well.
Probably why we didn't get that one.
Yeah. Boogs' hand was up here somewhere and it went boom.
Well, Boogs was half on the ground and he's made that mistake of throwing his hands in the air when he's fucking on the ground before.
Correct.
Yeah, Boogs played well.
But the defence played well. Boogs played well. He was unfit and dropped off.
Dropped off hard late in the game.
He was unfit.
Well,
wow.
He's not unfit.
You're kidding. Unfit.
He ran out 90 minutes.
He ran out 90. I was going to say, did he get subbed? Did he? No.
I don't think he did.
Nodja Boogaard never do anything wrong. He copped a yellow card for friggin' just hacking the bloke down. How is that good? I guarantee you friggin' Deansy was on the sideline when he chopped that bloke down or whatever it was. Bet he was going apeshit. Like, you know what I mean? Let's show some... Try and tackle him. You know what I mean? Then just stick your leg out. Like, chop him, bugger him. That'll do. What do we got here? Watch the handball back on the NBN news tonight. The Jets coach said it was 50-50, but the tackle in the box should have been a penalty.
Okay, let's go back here. Watch the handball back on NBN News tonight. The Jets coach said it was a 50-50. You know why he said it was a 50-50? Because if he says anything else, he either gets fined by the club or the FA.
True.
So, of course, when you've got a camera in front of his mouth, he's going to say that.
Matty Miller is nothing special. Wow.
You what?
Wow. Hang on. Just for my own... If I'm wrong, I'm more than happy to admit it.
Only played because Hoffy was injured. Now, I know we can't say a bad word about the GOAT. But
if Hoffy was...
I don't think that was the reason.
If Hoffy wasn't injured, Hoffy may have played, but then some other poor prick was getting dropped.
Yeah, Lucas Moragas probably.
Well, he didn't play, did he? Fixtures. What do we got here? Oh, hang on. I'm in the W League. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just intrigued to see his stats now that you've brought all this up. Because...
I think Sir James may be TTP, sorry.
Rightio. All. 3 shots, 37 passes, 78 pass accuracy, and 8 out of 14 duels. So, let me get this correct. Let's just get the Newcastle Jets stats up so I can look at this. Okay.
We were reading the stats after the game.
So this is player stats. We watched,
player stats. Okay, yeah.
So he led the duels. So he won the most duels out of any player on the pitch.
Next.
Right? Before we go any further, he won the most duels out of any Jets player on the pitch from the sideline. What was midfield doing? That's Stevie Eugene as well. Ugarkovic won 5 out of 9.
So 50%, just over 50%.
Just over 50%. Passing accuracy was 78%. He was beat by a few. A lot of people in the 80s and stuff like that. Well, Bugard only had 1% more. 37 passes. Matty Miller had the most shots on goal. He had 3 shots on goal. Wow. Anyway, all good. The penalty shout for Pacho should have been a given. Matisse, welcome. Again, when you looked at it live, it was completely different. If you you watch it back, yeah, sure.
We sort of sat there live and just
clear as day.
Is it? Isn't it?
Elliot only played because of Hoffy's injury. What Matty Miller is amazing. You can always rely on National Broadband Network.
Oh, wow.
He lost almost half of the duels. 8 out of 14.
Who?
Miller.
I think he might have been. I think he might have been referring to Stevie.
Oh, Stevie. I have no idea. Newcastle Jets vs Wellington, Phoenix, 6 p.m. next Sunday at McDonald Jones Stadium or live on KO Sports. Absolutely. Be sure to watch it. Get down there. I may have been wrong. Matt Miller is a good player. I thought Matt Miller played well yesterday. So did I. Stats don't lie. Yeah, they can. Of course, Matt Miller, good player, but I think he's okay yesterday. Yeah, look, as I said, everyone agreed to disagree. Everyone agreed to disagree. The only thing, it's just one of those things. Everyone played well. If they all didn't play well, we would not have beaten Melbourne Victory. I'm telling you now. So
Can I throw the cat amongst the pigeons?
Oh, here we go.
I'll throw the cat amongst the pigeons. You tell me who's going to play that position instead of Matty Miller and get better stats than what he got. I'm telling you, I'm throwing the cat amongst the pigeons.
Nobody.
Thank you.
I'll be at the Wellington Phoenix game next Sunday. Good boy, Matty. Get into it.
Matty. Go support the Mexicans.
Get into it. Absolutely. Get on the wines.
Go support the Texicans.
Get on the wines. Get a whole $10 goon bag into you first and then trot down to the stadium. I would. Not, because I don't drink wine. Give me a $10 cask of friggin' anything Scotch or rum. We're on. What
Actually, give me some of that fucking James Squire friggin' crisp apple cider.
Oh, your apple.
I was drinking yesterday. Fuck me, that was tidy.
The opening 20 minutes was amazing. It was great. It was good. It was good to watch.
There was no atmosphere.
I think that was the biggest.
The victory support was dead.
It's the first time, I think. Oh no, not the first time.
And the only two places in that entire stadium, seat-wise, that are blocked off is where the North Terrace sit and where the South Terrace sit.
Yep.
They're all covered in tarps. They're not allowed to sit there. Evening, Mary.
Welcome. Evening. Oh, don't mind me, James Squires. Aiden as well. Bloody oath, all over that. Love
I'm not a fan of GB.
Love it. Absolutely. But yeah, anyway, we're going to slowly wrap it up. We are going to wrap it
Yes,
up.
Elliot. Yes, Elliot. Coopers, because they sell full of bourbon.
Oh, they do, yeah. How good is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Elliot.
Again, we have full strength beer down here.
Smart man. Love the Bull of Bourbon. Absolutely. Cheap and nasty from the bottle shop. Can't beat it. Strong shit, though.
No, cheap and nasty is Woodstock, mate.
Hey.
My sister told me she was drinking that stuff the other day, and I'm like, oh, yuck.
I got nothing.
Clearly, it's not your pay week.
Mate, nothing wrong with Woodstock.
Oh, I hate it.
I love Woodstock. And it's not cheap and nasty. It's not cheap and nasty anymore, mate. You freaking pay an extra $2 or whatever. You can get Canadian Club and shit if you want to. Easily.
Yeah.
It's not cheap shit anymore. It's the same.
But it comes in the alcoholic sized can as well.
And I can't really. Well, see, I'm gonna argue this debate with you because I don't buy normal shit. I buy doubles. So
if I buy in a glass,
I do 6%ers. I'm a 6%er.
I buy doubles and I double park. You see me do that.
Yeah, double coming up when we are. So double header coming up. When are you guys coming up? If you still are, I'll be up at Easter. I've no idea. Look at the map. Look at the time. The fixtures will change, obviously, but I doubt they're out that far. But over that Easter period, I'll be up. So if there's a game on, I'll be there. But yeah, other than that, I won't be up there before that. Women number 2 sports ground on Friday as well. Bloody beautiful. Get onto it. Get down there. Support the girls. It's very important. Jets W League side are playing at home on Friday. Yep, very good. Get on it. Get down there. Get your memberships. How many of you guys in this chat right now? All right. How many of you are full members?
Now who's throwing the cat amongst the pigeons?
How many of us? I'm intrigued. I'm not having a dig at you. I'm not saying you can't afford it or anything like that, or it's too expensive or whatever it is. I'm just intrigued. How many of you are full members? I'm intrigued, just to see. I haven't even seen a stat of how many members we've got.
We're gonna verify this and cross-reference it with your seat allocation.
Yeah, I want to see the members slip. I want to see the receipt.
We got your member numbers.
Yeah. Absolutely. How many members have we got? I don't even know what the number is. I haven't even seen. You know what I mean? Like last year and the year before that, it was just so important. You know, they're driving it home.
Doesn't it start again from zero because it's a new company now and some people haven't transferred across?
They gave them the option. It was free transfer. Well, yeah.
I know they gave them the option.
If you didn't ring, it was auto renewed.
Yeah.
and they gave them time to do that. So
No, don't show us your invoice tech. We're taking the piss. We're only taking the piss.
All 6.
5.5 from memory.
I think it's 5.5. There you go.
That sounds about right for a COVID hit season.
Yeah, oh yeah, like, as I said, I'm just intrigued.
We're generally around the 7,000 mark.
Good boy, Matty. Good boy. You and me both. Mate, I'm a member and I haven't even been to a game yet. If anyone needs a friggin' ticket or free spare ticket or anything like that, just let me know. My membership's sitting there doing nothing.
I had more than 3 cans, mate. I had more than that at the game alone.
You're about 3 cans.
I had more than that at the game a lot. More than that at the game alone.
We left the friggin' pub after taking a piss, and about 5 minutes into the walk, needed to go to the toilet again. Yeah. Bullshit. Matisse, what do we got? Thinks about 6,000. Beautiful. Welcome, Matisse. Where are you from? What brings you here? How'd you find out about us? I don't believe.
Yes, I did. And I'll thank you very much, but you are not, I'll tell you the exact same thing I responded to Josh, told Josh, considering your message that you posted to me. When you're my driving instructor, then you can tell me how to fucking drive. I'll give you the same line I give my kids. When you get your license, then you can tell me how to drive.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'll modify it for you and go, when you have a Victorian license, then you can tell me how to drive.
Absolutely. But yeah, Matisse, welcome, mate. I think I've seen you before. If you like the stuff, mate, jump on, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to go like us on Facebook every week. And obviously be sure to jump on the Twitch side as well if that's your sort of thing. We're there as well. Spotify, we're on. Apple. Apple.
Yeah, Apple.
I can't remember which one.
Apple, Spotify, Apple.
Yeah, Anchor. Yeah, I can't remember which one shafted us.
Google's the one that doesn't like us.
Yeah, Google shafted us. Yeah, that's right. I'm tipsy. Bloody oath. If you're tipsy, it means you still need to drink more. If you can still tipsy your way to the toilet, and you can still tipsy your way to the fridge.
If you're tipsy, you need one more.
Found out from Corner Flag Games. There we go.
What?
Matisse.
Oh!
Welcome,
Matisse.
Welcome. I hope you enjoyed Ben's stuff as well. It's good shit. Corner Flag Games. Be sure to go check it out. If you guys, everyone here's checked out your shit.
He's plugging me.
Mate, look at that shit. Look at that shit.
He's got me.
Mate, I'm surprised. Look at that. Found you from there.
Free drinks at Matty Taylor's.
As soon as he falls over. Absolutely.
Yeah, we missed having Vandy around yesterday.
Yeah, it was different. It was different without Vandy, wasn't it? Mate, he got a soft plastic fan here.
It's weird.
Such a plastic fan. What do we got? Time for
just when he says something to a player and then goes ha ha
ha. Classic.
Hey Stormroo, your shit. Ha ha.
Dylan Watkins.
That would have been the line yesterday. No, we love Super Dill.
It's a good away day with Super Dill.
We love Super Dill.
Especially when you take the piss out of him. And then he takes the piss out of him.
Don't get me wrong, we love Vandy, but we love Super Dill.
Who would you rather go on an away day with, Matt Vandenberg or Super Dill? Super Dill. It's like straight away. Unless Vandy's shouting.
Super Dill, because if Super Dill comes and there's alcohol involved, the cops will shortly follow.
No, wait, and Super Deal again because he's now frigging on the Uber, so surely he gets a discount on our travels.
Thank you, Matisse.
Loving the subscriber career mode, Ben. Beautiful. Absolutely. Be sure.
Thank you, Matisse.
Absolutely. If you haven't done it already, obviously, be sure to go over and check him out. Corner Flag Games. He's there nearly every freaking day of the week. He's busy.
No,
you're always busy, mate. Always busy. Covering for others.
Fridays and Sundays. Except this Friday.
and last Sunday.
And last Sunday. and Sunday the 14th of March.
Oh, it's a Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
If you went to Melbourne, you had ice 14 days. What? If you went to Melbourne, you had to isolate for 14 days? Really? Is that still in place?
I don't think there is.
No, it's not.
Can't be.
Can't be. Friggin' Chris? Shit. Can't remember his name.
Who?
The bloke.
Simon.
Simon. And his missus came down. Yeah. From Newey. And they don't have to quarantine. They're good. Go to Newcastle Jets. Absolutely, mate. Well done.
Team can't come home from Melbourne and quarantine for 14 days. They're playing on Sunday.
Yeah. Melbourne victory's in last place. How good is that? Oh, Matty.
Yeah, but that's that. Yeah, okay. The points part of the table, the A-League table, is not the part that you should be looking at. The
Yeah.
part that you should be looking at is each team's games played.
Correct. Yeah, we worked it out yesterday.
There are some teams that have got four games on us.
I looked at it yesterday, and we can drop to second last. If everyone plays their catches up, we stay where we are and don't play any games, and everyone else plays their games, so everyone's on the same number of games, we could be second last with what we've done. So it's not over. So as good as it looks now, especially for the Central Coast, it may look good now, but once Sydney and your Perths and stuff like that catch up,
Sydney, your Perths, your cities.
Sydney's the only team that can go top by 1 point if they win all their games. Victory died once McNamara got subbed. Yeah. Yeah. Made it even harder when they went down to 10 men, which I didn't even realise until I watched the game.
Yeah, we didn't even realise.
Because he walked off past us. And I was just watching him.
Oh, that was Traore.
Yeah. As I said, he's still got the captain's armband. He still won't give it to He still won't give it to friggin'
Oh,
Brock.
yeah, you can give it to the Angry Hobbit or what?
Bloody hell. And I thought I just watching him walk past, I thought they just subbed someone on.
Oh, there we go. I like Shotton. Imagine how much better he will be if he stops phoning in performances for Melbourne. Mate, could you imagine how much better he would have been if he stayed at Birmingham City? It's the dreads, I'm telling you. He plays a hell of a lot better when he cuts those fucking dreads off.
Screenshot. Someone get a screenshot of Matty's friggin' comment right there. Someone screenshot it and save it for the end of the season.
Jets make the semi-finals. I walk down Griffiths Road naked.
Someone screenshot that shit. It's right there. The challenge is down. God hope for your sake, mate, and everyone else on Griffith Road. They make the top 6. No, they make the 7.
Semis.
They make 7. What we got? We play Perth, Adelaide twice. Perth and Adelaide twice. Wellington upcoming game.
Fox included a thoroughly pornographic shot of Traore's thigh.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Look out. Man thigh. Yummy.
LG.
Sexy. Anyway, we're gonna, on that note,
We haven't talked about the Jippo yet.
What Jippo?
Well, there's only one Jippo in the victory squad.
Plenty of Jippos.
We haven't talked about that tackle.
Oh, the tackle. Yeah, right. We'll end on that note. We talked about controversy penalties. We talked about controversy finishes. Friggin' player of the games. Friggin' everything else. We may as well talk about the controversial.
Red, yes or no, and why?
Before we go into that, until I got home and in the car at least, and actually watched it back and realised that he actually collected him high. Didn't hit him in the head. Didn't get him in the head.
Didn't get him in the head, he got him in the neck.
Even if he did get him in the head, he didn't kick him
basically
in the head.
tried him with his leg.
I was about to say, the leg was there and he ran into it. It's his fault.
It's a clothesline.
Yeah. I taught him everything, just saying. The Jets will win their next 3 games. Bloody hope so, Matty. But yeah. When he walked off, it was great.
I think that was the least of the issue, Elliot.
I don't think it was a red. He wasn't facing the defender.
There's a multitude of factors.
Yeah, there's heaps. I think it was red.
Why so, Matty?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
I'm interested to hear why.
Because Donovan got done for the same thing.
That's not a legitimate excuse.
He didn't anyway.
Donovan put a stab in Lawrence Thomas' fucking cheek.
And I guarantee you, for the fact that he's Irish, and you asked him the same question, said, "Oh, isn't that the same thing you did?" his response would be, "No, I fucking hit him."
Yeah.
I didn't miss.
Yeah.
Unlike
missed.
Unlike this bloke, I didn't miss. I got man. Don't worry. Screenshot done. Good stuff.
It was dangerous.
Absolutely. There's no need for his leg to be where it ended up. In all facts, whether he was on his own, there was no prick around him or anything like that. There's no need for that to be done. Lawrence Thomas is a grub. He's playing good football. O'Donovan was a petty bastard. Yeah. Good times. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Friggin' yes or no, it is what it is. It's done now. We can't go back. It's sorted. I think, personally, the right decision was made. It was definitely a yellow card. I don't think it was red. It was reckless. But at the same time...
A high kick isn't an instant red. It's only an instant red if you collect.
There's a lot of factors in the way you put into it, though.
There's a lot of factors.
There's so many...
First of all, the ball's coming over from Storm Rouge's shoulders. He's not going to see it.
Yeah. But even then, you look at factors
You've got to think as well, our attack, Connor O'Toole's going to have his eye on the ball. Storm Rouge's not going to know.
The other thing as well is you got to think...
Connor made the right decision putting his head in for it. Storm Rouge made the wrong decision throwing a leg out. In saying that, he threw the leg out, got lucky that it didn't collect anywhere higher than O'Toole's neck, and it wasn't the foot that collected, it was the leg. If it had been foot, like boot, then different story. But it's not. The intention was... Storm Rouge's gone in with the intention to win the ball, not to purposely clothesline Connor O'Toole.
Yeah.
And again, once he's probably raised his foot in the air and jumped, and once his second leg has left the ground, he's already sitting there in the back of his head going, oh shit, I fucked up. Because the minute he's taken that second leg off the ground, and Connor's put his head down for it, Storm Rouge's fucked. He can't pull his foot out of that challenge. He's fucked whatever happens.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, absolutely, he was subbed off, due to the injuries and due to his whatever.
I mean, we're getting Ray Dolosky on the podcast. Oh god,
mate, sign him up. You get him.
Sign him up.
You tee it up and
you're gonna contact for it. Go nuts.
Absolutely, by all means. As I said, we've said this many times.
I'd love to have Chris Beath on the podcast.
Yeah, if you've got contacts for anyone, let them know. We're here all week.
So Chris, short interview. We like to keep them at about, half an hour, 40 minutes, but we can do yours in about 3 seconds. Why do you hate the Jets?
That's all we want to know.
That's all we want to know.
Say good day to the friggin' delivery bloke for us. Tell him to subscribe to the channel.
Tell him to subscribe to the podcast.
Funny as. So we got subbed anyway, absolutely.
But yeah, I still think yellow.
Yeah, I think it was just, as I said, there's so many different ways you can go about it. What's the difference between friggin' his leg that high and 2 feet off the ground compared to a 2 feet off the ground slide tackle? In my opinion, nothing.
Yeah. You're going to look at the contact point.
Other than the part of the body which is going to get contact.
And then you've got to look at a point of contact, what was used in the point of contact, whether it's shoe, ankle, fucking leg, kneecap, whatever. Whether one, if not both parties, can pull out of said challenge and keep it safe. Positioning of the ball, you've got to look at who's the attacking player, referee's interpretation. There's a million things.
Get off the passion pop, Matty. That's not.
Get off that shit, Matty.
That's terrible.
Get off a $6 chuck.
Absolutely. Who's on next Monday, lads? No idea, mate. No idea, Mary. We'll hit up Nate and see what happens. Obviously, hopefully, we might be able to snag someone. If not, if no one's available, that's fine. We'll sort it out.
I agree, Jeff. I agree. We did make that joke too.
15 minutes in the bin, yeah.
Orange. It's an orange. Can we give him an orange? Orange and send it into the bin?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, but yeah, at this point, nobody. We will speak to Nate and go from there. We do, since we're talking about them, we do thank Nate and the Newcastle Jets themselves for obviously letting us have Lockie for a little bit of his time. We thank Lockie himself, obviously, for making himself available for us for a bit of his time there before his dinner. We thank you guys, obviously, for jumping on the show. It is muchly appreciated. We are going to sit down. I haven't spoken to Ben about it yet, but we are going to sit down at some point when we find 5 minutes in our busy schedules to really revamp the podcast. There's a lot of stuff I want to do revamping-wise, a little bit more, again, just so it's not so stale and it's not the same sort of shit every week, whether it may be segments or something, no idea. Clown of the week, who knows, it works for Triple M. Why not? Something. You
can only choose a coastie player so many times in a row.
Oh, I know. I know.
Hard.
and then how do you pick one in 1 week?
Used to do something like that on another podcast we used to do.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Once a mini moon.
What did we used to do? It was tweet of the week, wasn't it?
More professional. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it... No shit, Matt. That's exactly what it is.
Does that mean I have to stop having dinner on the podcast?
Absolutely, it does. I was going to bring it. It may be a segment. We'll drop it in a segment.
What's for dinner, we'll call it.
What's for dinner? You got to put your predictions in, and then freaking Ben will come in and freaking give you what he's having for tea or what he had for tea.
No, they'll see it. I'll get Sarah to hand it to me on stream, so they know it's not.
That's what I'm having, and then pass it back. You are better than the Fox Sports Football Podcast, mate. Matty, tell us something we don't know.
It's because we're not journos.
Oh,
I think that's what makes our podcast stand out.
Podcast only fans.
No, there will be no OnlyFans.
No, definitely not.
There will be no OnlyFans.
No, we want.
We don't have enough time at the moment to produce the content that we do produce, let alone producing more for an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I know. I hear you there.
And yours is not going to get even more hectic when young one starts getting a bit older.
Yeah, I know, when she starts freaking walking and crawling and... But yeah, as I said, look, guys, there's a lot of stuff that we do want to do. We want to make it a lot more professional. That's my opinion personally. We don't want to friggin' go too far away from the fact that it is just a dinky podcast, and we like it that way, and we're not trying to... Yeah, we're not trying to be friggin' this massive U-Butte professionals where we're friggin' in suits and we've got fucking A4 pages of friggin' shit and stuff like that.
The whole point that, I don't know, me and Josh have discussed this numerous times. We don't want somebody to come on our podcast.
Classic.
We don't want somebody to come on our podcast and think they're about to get grilled by the media. We want them to come in and we want them to instantly feel relaxed.
Look, just a piss take.
3 blokes having a chat. That's all it is.
Could you imagine?
We want our guests to be as relaxed as possible.
Prime example is of that tonight, where we said nothing to Lachlan Jackson. He rocked up literally fucking 5 minutes before we went on air.
Man.
And we said nothing and he swore.
Yeah.
You reckon he would have done that in front of the cameras at NBN? You think he would have done that friggin' in a Fox Sports interview or anything
and of
like
course,
that?
It's going to get cut out of the podcast so you guys won't hear it. But I can play it back.
What?
I recorded it.
Yeah. So yeah. So
you go live. I hit record.
Cold-plated coasters. Jeff, did you get your coaster? Have you been in? Have you got your coaster yet? Tell me you got your coaster. Jesus. Got to pick up op shop suit jackets from the 80s. I figured I'm going to friggin' hit up Andy Roberts. I
don't need to go to an op shop to get that sort of shit.
I'm going straight to Andy Roberts, mate, and I'm friggin' get him to make me a custom one, I reckon. That's my plan. I said that to friggin' Lockie the other week.
I wonder if Lockie's pink... I wonder if Laurie's pink one's available and if he'll let me borrow it.
Yeah, the pink one. Yeah, that's a good one too.
It'd fucking swim on me,
Stan Sport want the A-League and W-League broadcast rights, but they want a summer season.
Then they won't get it.
Jeff, go in there and get it. Go in there and get it, mate. Lockie's got him on the bench. If anyone wants a coaster,
go to Gabriel Optometrist.
One of these bad boys. Right there, coaster.
I've got about 4.
Be sure. If he's run out, friggin' get Ben, send you one. Be sure, go see Gabriel Optometrist at Jasmine. Go in there, ask for Lockie or whoever's there. They know where they are.
Ask the girls, they know where they are.
They know where they are. I think they're on the front desk anyway. But yeah, go get one. I think I set him up about 20, so go get him. Happy days. Jeffrey Young is a lovely man. Absolutely is. See you next time, guys. Thank you, Matisse. Welcome from my side. Obviously, Ben knows who you are. You've been over there. Thank you for supporting both the channels. It's muchly appreciated, mate. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for giving us up a bit of your time. But yeah, as I said, guys, we're gonna start revamping some shit. There's a lot of stuff we might change. We want to get use guys more involved as well. That's the other big thing as well. That's the biggest thing and why we do it live is because we want to get
your interaction.
Yeah, we want to get you guys involved, whether that be questions, stuff like that. I am contemplating. I'm going to speak to Andy Roberts about it, and I'm possibly going to put together when we started COVID, we done a quiz for a month or so. But I'm thinking of possibly looking at and doing a Newcastle Jets old boys quiz. So it'll be strictly Newcastle based questions. And that's not just Jets related, that could be Breakers related, it could be local football. Anything.
No, Matty. Benjamin and Joshua are not two lovely guys.
No.
Benjamin and Joshua
are
two guys.
You cut the UA out of there and you might have a deal. And while the UA's there, we're not talking.
No, he spelled my name wrong.
Yeah, and he spelt mine wrong too.
Benjamin.
Anyway, we're going to leave it there. But yeah, there's some ideas anyway of what we're thinking. Other than that, we'll catch you guys soon. No idea. As soon as we have an idea of who we're going to have on, if anything, you guys will be first to know, obviously. If you are on the Facebook side, that's where everything gets posted. So be sure you're over there and liked and followed and stuff like that on the Facebook side, because that's where you will know what's coming up, obviously, during the week, and any photos and stuff like that we put up from games or stuff like that. That's where it all goes.
We won't be sharing news articles anymore.
There'll be no news articles. I don't think I'll put a news article up there, but freaking anyway.
Well, we can't.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be able to find one anyway, so don't worry about it.
That was a joke.
All the best to you. Stay safe, Matty. Hope you make the bed.
Safe down here, mate.
Hope you make it to your bed, mate. Take it easy. Little steps. No big steps. Last big step might be a doozy.
Little steps, mate. Yeah, little steps, mate, and get rid of that bottle of $6 Coke.
Absolutely. Righto, guys. Take it easy. As always,
we hate Coast Scum.
Absolutely. Every week, every day, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day.
We hate
Coast Scum. Absolutely.
Where's that coming from?
What?
I can hear it, but it's not in my headphones. Anyway.
Right. Take it easy, guys. We will speak to you next time. See ya.